Hey everyone, welcome to the Binding of Isaac University. This lesson will be on the different characters that can be played in the Binding of Isaac. Now, most of the characters are considered to be Isaac dressed up in some form or another. However, they all have varying starting stats. These stats include, but are not limited to, HP, speed, tiers, damage multiplier, range, and starting items. Damage multiplier is a slightly special case, as all the characters have a base damage of 3.5. However, their damage multipliers can differ. Damage multipliers are applied after a bunch of different finagling with the base damage, and cannot be specifically altered by any items in the game, though some items can add multipliers of their own into the equation. If this doesn't make any sense to you, please feel free to check out one of my previous lessons that does discuss the damage stat a little bit more in detail. Now, the first character that we're going to look at is, of course, Isaac. He is probably the most commonly played character, especially because you need to use him to unlock others, but also because once you unlock the D6, he becomes rather powerful and can be quite fun to play. Now, his stats, because he is so commonly played, are generally considered to be the default and is pretty much what all other characters are compared to. Isaac starts with 3 red hearts, 1 speed, 1 tiers, a damage multiplier of 1, and a range of 23. His starting items include a bomb and, if you have unlocked it, the D6. Next we'll look at Maggie. Maggie starts with 4 HP but has a speed of 0.85, or 15% less than Isaac. The remainder of her normal stats also match Isaac's, and her starting item is the Yum Heart. Cain has only 2 red hearts, but also has a speed of 1.3, or 30% faster than Isaac, the same tiers, but a 20% higher damage multiplier of 1.2, and a slightly shorter range of 17. Cain's starting items include a key, as well as the lucky foot. Now, it is also worth noting that Cain only has one eye. If you look at his character model, his left eye has an eye patch over it, which means that there are unique interactions with various items in the game that are specifically tied to certain eyes, such as technology and chemical peel, though there are a few others. Judas starts with only 1 red heart, has the same speed and tiers as Isaac, but has the highest damage multiplier of 1.35 of every single playable character. His range is the same, and his starting items include 3 coins, 3 pennies, and the Book of Belial. Blue Baby, or question mark, has a starting hit points of 3 soul hearts, a speed of 1.1, a tiers stat of 1, a damage multiplier of 1.05, and a range of 23. Blue Baby's starting item is the Poop. Now, it is worth noting, and it's probably something that those who have played as Blue Baby are aware, is that Blue Baby can only have soul hearts. He cannot pick up any red hearts. This means that any HP up that is picked up basically just gives him a soul heart. There are a lot of other interesting interactions that arise because of this, but those will be gone over at a later time. Eve has a starting HP of 2 red hearts, a speed of 1.23, a tiers of 1, a damage multiplier of 0.75, and a range of 23. Her starting items include the Dead Bird and the Whore of Babylon. It is also worth noting that Eve actually has an extra 1/16th chance to get a soul heart from a non-specific heart drop. This chance is independent of every other chance to get a soul heart, meaning that having something such as the Miter or Mom's Pearl is rolled separately, and if all of those fail, this 1 in 16 chance then happens. Samson has a starting hit points of 1 red heart and 1 soul heart, a speed of 1.1, a tears of 0.75, a damage multiplier of 1, and a range of 18. His starting item is Bloody Lust. It is worth noting that Samson is the only character to have a different shot speed, which is 1.31 instead of 1. This means that Samson really only needs 1 shot speed up item to be maxed out in shot speed. And it is also what leads to many people very much disliking Samson, as his steer stat is really low, his damage doesn't really gain much, and Bloody Lust is considered to be a relatively bad special item, which automatically reduces his chance of finding special items throughout the course of the run. However, it really does all come down to preference. And that's really all there is for the characters. That's just some really basic information, but it is information that isn't really based on the wiki. It is in fact based on the source code. If you do go to the wiki, which I will include the link to the general grid below, it just gives you the stats that are basically given to you on the character select screen, which, while they do have a decent representation of the differing stats of the characters, this is a more detailed and numerical representation rather than just ticks next to images. If you learned something, please like and or favorite the video. It really helps a lot and hopefully will educate more people and viewers. And if you'd like to learn more, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I do plan on putting out more and more Binding of Isaac University lessons so that hopefully somebody can just watch through them and hopefully learn everything that they need to know or ever wanted to know, and maybe even just a little bit more. Anyway, I hope to see you guys next time, and until then, keep learning.